Welcome back to Inverted Aviators RC. Today, we're building something that's been on our radar for a few weeks, the brand new Craycle stick. And this one's special because Craycle themselves reached out and asked if we wanted to partner with them, and we were immediately on board. An entire airplane that you can 3D print at home? Yes, please. A few days ago, we received a really nice email from the Craycle sales team. They said that they've been active in the RC model aircraft community for many years, not just as developers, but as fellow enthusiasts. They've been trying to build a list of YouTubers whose content matches what they do, and since we fly remote control planes and do quite a bit of 3D printing, they thought we would be a perfect fit. They wanted to send us the STL files for the new Craycle stick, print it out, build it, test it, fly it, critique it, and see how everything goes. We thought that would be a ton of fun, so we jumped right in. The printing process was really streamlined and straightforward because not only did they provide individual STL files for every part, they also provided an Orca Slicer project file that included every single part, laid out on its print bed, ready to slice and print. All you had to do was click on the print bed you wanted to print, fire up your 3D printer, and let it rip. The fun part with all of Craycle's planes is that they don't require any exotic or fancy filaments. I printed all of these parts in normal PLA and the hinges and the wheels in TPU. This means I didn't have to go out and buy any more filament, I could just use what I had. The prints themselves were really well designed, and I didn't even run into any print failures during this whole process. It was really just a click on the part, let it print, come back in a couple hours, and we're ready to print the next part. After finally printing out every single part, it was time to assemble the Craycle stick. I thought it would be a fun idea to live stream the entire build process, so if you're looking for some fun conversation, some laughs, and building a good plane, feel free to check out those full live streams. But overall, the build process was super simple. All of these 3D printed parts snapped together really well, and all I needed to add was a little bit of medium CA glue and a little activator spray, and everything just fit into place. Craycle also did a great job at providing documentation for the entire build process. They provided files like a slicer setting, a parts list, and a user guide. This user guide contained things like the general specifications, the length, the wingspan, the print weight, the flying area, the recommended electronic setup with the motor, propeller, ESC, servo, battery, and the radio channels, the necessary equipment that you absolutely need, as well as the optional equipment that you could add if you wanted to, as well as auxiliary things like the CG position, push rods, servo horn connection holes, flap movements, radio settings, the payload and LiPo dimensions. Pretty much everything that you need to get this plane in the air, Craycle did a great job of including it in the files that they send. They also had a really nice video tutorial that I was following during the live stream, and it just goes through the whole process start to finish, and it was really easy to follow. After about 5.5 hours of building, the Craycle stick was finished. We were super excited to take this thing up into the air, but there was one more thing that it was missing, a little bit of FPV. But thankfully, Craycle designed their planes with this in mind. There's a really nice spot right on top of the battery canopy where we could add a camera. Just like all the other planes we fly, I want to add FPV to this Craycle stick, and I'm going to be adding the Wolfwhoop WT03 camera, the same camera we've used with all of our other planes, and I want to add a camera right along this top battery hatch because I think it's going to get the best views with it being a rounded front nose. It should just be really nice, but that means we're going to have to get power up to the top here, and since this is on the battery compartment, we're going to have to look inside to see where we draw power from. Now this 30 amp ESC does have a 5 volt BEC, but I don't want to cut into this heat shrink just because I think it looks nice as is, and instead I'm going to be taking power from this XT60 connection and running it through this Maytech 5 volt regulator because it can take anywhere from 6 to 30 volts, which is well within our 4-cell battery. So I'm going to plug or draw wires from here, so it's going to be the red from the XT60 into this input, the ground from the black, and then we're just going to go ground and 5 volt output and make another adapter wire from the cable that came with our WT03 camera, and then we're going to just poke a hole through the top of this battery connector, and then route our wire straight up and have our camera sit on top. One of my favorite things about this hobby is adding cameras and adding FPV onto planes that normally don't have it, and the Craycle stick is a great example of a plane that can handle it. There's such a nice big flat part on the nose here that it was just too hard to not throw a camera on there. And so this modification is really easy, really straightforward, all because of the design of this plane. It's really FPV friendly, and with it being such a long flat part right in front of the motor, you could add something larger like a DJI-03 air unit or some other digital form of FPV and still have quite a bit of space on the top, and you'll be able to put your camera right over the center of gravity to make sure it doesn't throw off how the plane flies. But that's just due to the great design of this nose part. It's so long, it's so easy to put a larger camera. Even if you want to put it something like a run cam or maybe an Insta360, you can put it right on the top because there is so much space. But yeah, this mod is something I've done to a lot of different planes, and it's really easy. Again, all the links will be in the description because this is a very cheap mod to add onto such a cool plane. But yeah, let's get back into it. So now that we got our adapter wire all finished up, I want to secure it to the bottom side of our battery hatch. That's going to be as easy as adding in a little piece of double-sided tape and sticking it onto the bottom. And once we have this in place, we can see exactly where we need the hole for our camera wire, which looks like it'll be right in the bottom. And I think I'm just going to take the heated up paperclip technique right to the bottom here, make a tiny little hole, which will have our camera sit right on top, right where we want it. There we go. And we can just fish our camera wire up and through. And then with a little more double-sided tape, our camera will be nice and well positioned. I also wanted to do a quick cost breakdown and compare it to a plane that's similar in its class, the Micro Draco. I picked that plane because they both have an 800mm wingspan and they seem pretty similar. Let's start with the Micro Draco. Right now on Horizon Hobby's website, you can buy the Micro Draco 800mm Bind and Fly Basic for $220. This plane has everything you need to get right up into the air except for a battery, which you can pick up for about $24. And this brings our grand total to about $250 for a really reasonably priced micro plane. But can we do better? If you have a 3D printer, right now you can go buy these STL files to print these parts yourself for about $24. And like I said earlier, this print doesn't require any sort of special filament or foaming or anything special. You can just buy normal PLA, which on Amazon you can get a spool of white PLA for about $14. But according to the user manual, the entire print weight is only 272 grams, which will round up to about 30% of one spool, or about $4 total to print. But wait, there's more. Right now we've got a discount code with Craycle, and if you use our code, you can get 10% off all of their STL files, which knocks down your initial $24 for the STL files down to about $22. So reasonably, for about $26, you can have the entire shell of a plane ready to add the electronics to. And what electronics do you need? Well, Craycle actually sells a power pack for about $53, which includes a motor, ESC propeller, servos, wires, heat shrink, and connectors, pretty much everything you need to get your plane into the air. You're also going to need a battery, which I was able to pick up on Amazon for about $20. This means that our final cost is $22 for the files if you use our code, of course, $4 for filament, $53 for a power pack, a $20 battery, and about $12 for CA glue gets to about $110. And you might be thinking, well, what if I don't have a 3D printer? Well, you can also buy the physical parts directly from Craycle, and that'll cost you about $40, which will bump your total price up to about $130. But don't you worry, we also have a discount code for the physical kits, and you can get 5% off if you use our code. So right away, our 3D printable plane is a lot cheaper than the Micro Draco. But this is all just numbers on paper. Let's walk you through a pretty realistic example of how this flying could go. Let's say you're out at the field with your Micro Draco and you're having a great time, but you're starting to get a little aggressive with the flying because why not? It's a remote control plane. You're starting to get really aerobatic and flippy, and all of a sudden you turn and really beef it up right into the ground, and it's totally unfixable. And so you're going to have to start buying new parts to get your plane back up in the air. The battery hatch will cost you $8 to replace, the tail is $14, the wing is $71, the propeller is $6, and the fuselage is $35. So if you really break up your plane, you're shelling out tons of money just to get your plane back in the air. Now on the other hand, if you take your Craycle stick out and you're getting really aerobatic with it and you blow it up into the ground, I'm talking straight missile into the turf, and the entire thing breaks completely, you can replace this entire plane for, again, $4. You can reprint it and get back in the air, barring your electronics if they're still fine. But you can replace this entire plane for $4. You just have to take a couple hours to print everything else out. So if you're looking to get into the micro RC plane community, to me it's a no-brainer. This is really cost effective and it's really fun to reprint the whole plane with different colors, different parts. It's just a fun experience. We wanted to extend a huge thank you to Craycle for sending us these files and letting us be a part of this launch. If you've been wanting to try a 3D printed plane, the stick is a perfect starting point. And if you already built a few, well, it's a solid no-nonsense flyer to add to your fleet. All of the links and the discount codes are in the description, and let me know in the comments if you want to see us build more of these Craycle planes, because I think they're really, really cool. And this video is already getting a little bit long, so we're going to make a full dedicated video to the flying of the Craycle stick. So if you're curious about that, make sure to come back next time. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you again to Craycle for helping us with this plane, and we can't wait to see this thing in the air. Thanks for watching.